Hello, everyone. My name is Erin Sweeney, and I'm the Work-Based Learning Coordinator here. For those that do not know, work-based learning is different from any other classes that might be located in your school districts. These classes can be located off-site at business, doctor's offices, automotive dealerships, and anywhere else that supports work-based learning programs. Students have flexible scheduling, and they also attend their regular academics classes. Some students find that their required academics challenge them, so they're able to participate in the work-based learning, and this makes them feel confident in the classroom. There's an importance of meeting the criteria as a student. As a junior, you are expected to have and set those expectations for yourself and make sure that you're achieving everything that is expected of you for your senior year. You need to acknowledge that you have good partnerships within the program, such as the other businesses that you are attending as an intern. You have to plan to hold morning sessions for those students who are unable to attend the afternoon sessions. So these students need to feel flexible in their schedules because sometimes students will be working in the morning or in the afternoon. Parents should be having discussions with these students at home as well to ensure that their student is feeling comfortable and that they're having successes in their program. If this is the case, then they're able to continue the program. If they feel like they do not want to continue the program, this is a conversation they need to have with the coordinator, guidance counselor, and their parent as well. Students must sign in and check their email to ensure their credit for attendance and to receive any important information as well. And that brings me to the importance of communicating in work-based learning. In the first week of school, the instructor will meet all students and review the details of the work-based learning experiences. Students will begin going to their job site within the next few weeks, and the student will meet with their instructor a few times throughout the year, which includes in the classroom, on the job sites, and at different times if the student or instructor need to meet with them. Students should communicate with their supervisor regularly through email, in person, and any other form of communication that they choose. Attendance and schedule policies for work-based learning are very strict. This does depend on the school district and the coordinator, but students must be going to their job site as if it is a job setting. They need to create they need to treat this as if it is a real job that they are getting paid for, because sometimes students will be getting paid for, sometimes they will not be. Training sessions are also provided for these students and their supervisors. Really, the main thing we like to focus on is the student must treat this as if it is their real job in the real world, because that is how they will be treated at the work site. Work-based learning program requirements. The program aims to show students what is expected at the job. So again, we treat them as if this is their real life job as an adult. We treat them as an adult, so they must act like an adult. This provides opportunities for paid jobs. Some students can have the opportunity to get paid while they're on the off-site job site. Some students may not. That all depends on the business and that program. Career exploration and job training are key for this program. Students will be making resumes, doing full real life interviews, and having that real career explanation and job training. Students will have to be ready for the program. Again, they must be working as if this is their real job. Once students are approved, the efforts are made to ensure that the program is included in their schedules and nothing interferes with their academics and their sports if that is what they choose to do. As a coordinator, there are also responsibilities and processes to make sure that the work-based learning program is running effectively. The coordinator must check everybody's schedules and make sure for any changes that they can attend their required activities. Once students have completed the parent orientation, the coordinator begins working on placements for the students based off of their interests and skills once their resume and everything is set. The coordinator spends the summers working on placements, meeting with business partners to set up orientation and trainings, and develop plans for students to study and learn on their job site. The coordinator is responsible for visiting students on the job, and the student's placement is determined by their interest, skill set, availability, and requirements from different business partners. Now, the student business placement process. Business owners sometimes trust the coordinator's judgment to just assign the students for their businesses. This all depends if the coordinator has had students in the past succeed and be a well fit person or worker for this job at the job site. Some businesses prefer to interview and select students. Personally, I believe that it is a great way for students to practice interviews by having the business actually interview the student. Typically, healthcare students, due to their large numbers of students that are interested, typically have to interview for these jobs. Students must provide transportation plans as part of their application. If a student struggles with their transportation, they can talk to the coordinator, and the coordinator will be able to help them find public transportation and other ways to get them to that job site. Practice interviews by having the business actually interview the student. Student placements typically start in August, and paid positions are more common than the internships, which may start in July. This allows for students to continue working throughout their summers, and after they're graduating, they're able to continue working at the specific job site, continuing to work there, or before they head off to college. The process of selecting and interviewing the healthcare students for internships will begin shortly after that, taken that it's done slowly because of the number of students that apply for these positions. Next is the guidelines for grading and evaluating. Students must turn in completed work, communicate with the coordinator and the supervisor frequently. Students who are well organized tend to do very well in the work based learning program. Those who struggle with organization may initially have difficulties. If this is the case, we suggest for the student to reach out to the coordinator, their guidance counselor, or a teacher that they feel comfortable with to get them organized. The main assessment is a portfolio of all their work they completed throughout the year. This can include side by slide instructions and gathering photos from the work sites. The largest percentage of the student grade comes from the employer or the supervisor's evaluation. Punctuality, following instructions, time management, and their overall success in the job site. For the coordinator and the employer to grade them based off of their punctuality and their attendance, students must maintain a timesheet and log their hours, which is collected and signed by their supervisor each month and turned in for a test grade. Communication is a significant part of the student's grade. We encourage students to contact us at any point whenever they need help or want to tell us a great success that they've had. The PowerPoint presentation serves as their final exam and holds 20% of the student's grade. Expectations for attendance and communication in the work based learning program. Attendance and communication are top priority. So when students are not attending or not communicating with their supervisor or their employer, students can easily lose points in the class. If a student wakes up and feels unwell and they are unable to attend, they should and must communicate with the teacher and notify their supervisor through email, phone, call, or text. This is just as if it is like a real job that they are working for. So that is something we really, really encourage the students to do. Students are required to keep track of their attendance at meetings and activities by signing in. We suggest that they take notes so they can look back on those notes to understand what the meeting was about. If students have the opportunity to work the actual job past their school day, then they might be able to have that opportunity. This gives students a better experience and more experience working in the job site. And typically, the students will then continue to get paid at the job site as well. And now I have some brochures that I will pass around for you all to have any information given to you right on the piece of paper. And if anybody has any questions, you can email me or you can ask me after today's presentation. Thank you.